Welcome to the golf green.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That was a wonderful putt. He sunk that putt at 15 feet. That was very good today.
Now, we've seen in previous tournaments how he tends to whiff on the final putt in this sort of a bumpy green right around the hole. So it's really good to see that he has improved his game to make sure that he's really top form for this championship. And I do believe he has the current skills and luck to go the whole way.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
This is episode 1057 of the Soft Talkers show. My name is
Mike's Daily Podcast.
My name is Mike Matthews, and that is Hayley, Thesemi. I have to find a remedy for this thing called narcolepsy. I'm okay, I'm awake. What happened? Something happened. Are we all okay?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That was the loudest thing on this podcast so far.
My snoring
Mike's
led to my divorcing.
Daily
That's okay.
Podcast.
I'm alive.
Yeah!
Doing my podcast with Hayley Thesemi.
Hi.
Cafe Anyway is where we are.
We're at Cafe Anyway.
Somewhere in Podcaster Valley, Mont.
That's where it hypothetically is. The last place on Earth.
I'm feeling a little hypothetical today. Isn't that when you're allergic to everything?
Hypothetical?
Oh, that's hypoallergenic? No, that's when you're not allergic.
That's when things aren't. Hypoallergenic things are things that people aren't allergic to.
Ah, like my dog. Well, no, wait, people are allergic to my dog. But I'm not as allergic to boxers as I am to German Shepherds. Because their hair is a little bit more fine and
Yeah.
it's so fine. Da-na. Welcome back. You made tacos on Easter.
I made tacos on Easter because
Jesus did.
because Jesus did.
No, why? I'm sorry. I'm going to jump out of your conversation. Go ahead.
So I had Good Friday, which was not as good as advertised.
No!
I mean, it was pretty good, but it wasn't like a Good Friday. And then we had
Someone just walked in.
It's Jesus. No. and then
It's Elijah. We're Jewish now. We left the space for Elijah at the table, but that's a different holiday.
And then we had what I like to personally call He's Dead Jim Saturday. And then Easter.
Is that what they called it at Azusa Pacific?
No.
And then on Saturday, we celebrate He's Dead, Jim. So you made a reference to Star Trek with that.
That is a reference to Star Trek.
Bones said that, or was it Spock?
Bones.
Bones. Did you hear Star Trek is gonna be on television again somehow?
Yes.
I don't understand that. Why?
It's another reboot.
Oh, okay.
It's going along with the movie.
Is Alice Eve gonna be in it?
Who?
She was in the second one they made with J.J. Abrams, but look who else walked in with the, what do you call it, the streak lighting thing that he likes to do?
Was she the unnecessarily unclothed one in that one scene?
She's blonde.
Yeah, she was the unnecessary unclothed one in that one scene.
She did a movie with David Tennant. I watched it. It's on Netflix.
Is it good? Does it suck?
I kind of liked it because they shot it in that part of England that's really... England! Castles! Spotted dick. Disgusting. Anyway, England, if you were to picture it, up in the far north, there are like these islands and stuff, and it's really cold and windy. They shot it all up there, this movie, and it's a comedy.
I thought they called that Scotland.
Somewhere in the north area. Up there somewhere.
Up there. It's so nice. It's England. It's up there. somewhere in the north. Little islands, and they're cold and they're windy.
Okay.
Not Scotland, though. Still England. Otherwise known as the Greater UK area.
What you have to imagine why this is so funny is we're holding our right hands up in the
He's
air.
holding this arm and he's
And
just
it's like kind of
wiggling his fingers just very lightly.
up there. But Mike and Hayley, I don't understand why that is funny. That's all right. Go listen to a sports podcast.
Sports.
I found out from my guy friend that I work with. I don't know why I have to say he's a guy friend. I mean, he's a friend. He's a guy.
You don't want us to be awkward.
I guess.
No homo.
Or hypo, because it's not hypoallergenic.
Or
I think-
hypodermic.
Or hypoglycemic. But the guy I work with at my other job who does a sports podcast, whom we've remarked about, and we did our own sports podcast, which was rather funny, about balls.
Balls.
But apparently, he's got a bunch of people that write in and email him questions and call in. They've got a call-in phone number.
What the hell?
And he's only done this podcast for like 2 weeks.
Sports people.
Maybe that's the sports thing. I gotta take my hat off. This hat is too hot. I'm like burning up.
I'm headphoneless right now.
You are. Does it feel like you're naked?
A little bit. It
I feel-
feels warmer. It always feels warmer when the mics are on and I don't have headphones on.
Really?
Just psychologically.
you heat up.
Just psychologically, it feels like there's a heat lamp on my face.
I can't even begin to understand why that would happen.
I think it's from my days at KOHL Top 40 Station, where we had the red light beaming down on you, basically, when the microphone was on.
Why did they do that?
Well, because it was just a red light to show that the microphone was on.
But isn't that distracting?
Nah.
Oh. It's like almost as if you were working for a Kenny Rogers chicken roaster, and every time you turned on the mic, they were roasting you like a chicken.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I put my headphones back on and I don't feel it as much now.
That's weird. And you have a lot of hair on your head, so you would think that would warm you up.
No, it's on my face.
Okay. You don't have hair on your face.
I don't have hair on my face.
Well, this has been a great conversation so far. But I know I was trying to get to something about... Oh, Alice Eve and David Tennant are in a movie together, and
It's on Netflix and you watched it.
they're British and everything.
They're way up there.
And he's dating her, but she's like a starlet, a star who's full of herself. And then he meets some local village girl, and he falls for her instead. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
But the scenery is really nice.
That's good.
Well, basically, my headphones don't work, but that doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there. It could be there, but it's not there or here.
Out there.
Look what I have.
That is a playbill, possibly.
A playbill. Yes, you are a theater person. You've been in the theater. You've done theater.
I have been in my fair share of theaters.
And you've done some acting.
I have acted on a slightly less than professional scale.
Did you act with the late, great Basil Rathbone?
Basil Rathbone taught me everything I knew.
I loved Basil Rathbone.
When Basil Rathbone was on his deathbed, he told me his final secret in life. I and theater, imparted only to me.
Damn you, Horatio, for not telling me the secret of Basil. I can't say his name either. I wonder what he said on his deathbed.
I don't know.
My name is too weird.
My name is too weird. I'm gonna die now.
My name is too weird. I'm dead. That'll be my final words. But we shouldn't talk about death because it was weird that Gary Shandling talked about death and then he died.
What?
Like last Thursday.
I would argue to say that anyone that's ever talked about death is going to die someday.
That's true.
Or has already died.
So maybe we should talk about death constantly like Woody Allen, and look, he never dies. Of course, he's going to die now after I've said that.
God, I hope he dies.
Why do you hate Woody Allen so?
His pretentious works.
The thesis began as this. His pretentious works
have become a style of mainstream where you have all these like college artistic douche guys like going, oh, Woody Allen's so cool because he says it as it is and his stuff is offensive. And it normalizes things like misogyny.
Wait, because misogyny again, is that when I'm beating someone up?
No.
Is that when I'm mean to women?
Yes.
So Woody Allen, because Woody Allen likes to put like Scarlett Johansson in his like Jennifer Lawrence and women that he wish he could be with, but he can't because he's an old scary guy.
Right, and he puts them in like uncomfortably sexualized positions in his movies.
Because he
and this happens.
He got with his babysitter.
He got with a fair amount of people that are younger than him, but that's another discussion about the personality of Woody Allen, and I'm talking about his works and how they've affected the world.
We'll keep the subject matter to his works.
We'll keep the subject matter. I like to do that. You know, I can personally attack people all day, but I like to keep the matter to his works.
Let's talk about the pervert's works.
Okay. Because he's a pervert. Oh no! That bleeds over into his works. And he has a very artistic way of doing things. And when artistic works that are slightly pervy, and or extremely pervy, or when artistic works are offensive in a way, you get a huge amount of people that jump on the bandwagon of whatever works because they see it as, oh, it's art. Well, then we can just do whatever. And it normalizes and trivializes the effect of the bad stuff that they put into there because, oh, it's art. You know, and art is a medium where a lot of things can be expressed, but art is taken on as philosophy in way too many ways, and then art becomes part of society. So it sucks.
So I think you and I should watch a bunch of Woody Allen movies together, and don't choke on your coffee at Cafe Anyway. Oh, look who's here. Hello, Michael Master. I walked in a long time ago, but you never addressed me. Oh, did you have a relationship with Woody Allen? He is a very bad lover because he's so small and he doesn't satisfy me. That doesn't mean anything. He could have satisfied you in an emotional way. Yes, okay, whatever.
Does Woody Allen have emotions?
I think so. I think he has. He's afraid of death. He talks about death a lot in his movies. Like, oh, you know what I like? I like Everybody Says I Love You. That's a great movie. Lots of singing.
Haven't seen that one.
And he does a cool little anti-Republican joke because Tobey Maguire's in it, and there's something wrong with his heart, and he's very conservative, and then he gets his heart fixed, and he turns into a liberal. Oh, Bullets Over Broadway. I liked John Cusack in that. I'm not a huge fan of Annie Hall. Thanks for bringing that up. Just not a fan. I'm sorry. Okay. Watch it once, but I'm like not going, ooh, Annie Hall. Oh. But I haven't seen Midnight in Paris yet.
Okay.
You know what? Also, too, you and I are two Californians, and we love our Californianness. We revel in it. We're outside dancing around with our shirts off all day, throwing sand in each other's faces and going, and throwing volleyballs at each other.
Just yesterday, I said the word hella.
You did. You said hella. You pulled that word out.
Yep.
And you didn't say hecka, which is the half-ass, I'm a Christian, I don't say hell thing.
I'm actually from Iowa, but I like to pretend I'm from California. No.
You're from Northern California, damn it. And you say hella, and you don't say brosif and bro James and bro flop or whatever.
Brontosaurus Rex.
Like they do in SoCal. Which we can call it SoCal, even though when I lived in SoCal, we never called ourselves SoCal. But
I know, but up here you call it SoCal.
Because you suck, SoCal.
Because this is NorCal and that's SoCal.
My point being, we're Californians and we probably don't understand the whole Woody Allen, New York. I'm not, like I talked about last week, I'm not a big fan of Martin Scorsese. He's very New York.
Yeah, I see that point of view.
But hey, there's a bunch of New Yorkers and old people that like that
New York.
F8. My point being, I saw this play at the Sinol
Acts of Murder.
Sinol Repertory Theater. It ended Saturday.
Is an act spelled with an E?
Oh my God, you're right. Why did they have the E?
Like, can you spell it both ways? AX and AXE?
It's also a play on the words, like they're acts in this play.
Well, yeah, I figured that. But that's ACT.
I just figured that out just now. And you figured it out instantly? What, am I slow? Is that what you're saying? Am I slow? Am I slow to you? Is that what you are saying? Oh, look who else is here. Hello there, Mike. It's Valentino, the backing attendant. Was that supposed to be a New York accent, D? I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Where's Bison Bentley? He died. Aww.
Was it an acts of murder?
That's not funny. I miss him terribly. Just kidding. Here he is. I'm Bison Bentley. All right. Hey, what happened is it was a murder mystery, and it was done at a school. And to all of you who listened to the last podcast, I'm sorry I'm recapping something I just talked about on the last podcast, but old people in this school play. I don't get it. All old people, like in their 70s.
Was it an actual school play, or did they just use the school grounds? Because it appears to be Sinol Repertory Theater.
Sinol Glen School Theater.
Right.
Proceeds to benefit Sinol Glen School.
Right.
Oh, I see.
But it appears to be Sinol Repertory Theater, which is a theater company, which means that they would have a great amount of players.
May I tell you some of the fantastic actors and actresses?
Certainly, please.
Lee Blevins. It's Leah. Leah is pleased to be in her 4th consecutive production with SRT. That means she walks around like she's the cock with the walk. What? You were sick. What did you say? So do you love these theater companies where... Here, I will give that to you.
Let's see if I know anyone.
Okay. Don't you love those theater companies where like these actors have been with the same theater company, and there's been all these people that go to the same theater company all the time? So
I used to be that person.
And then what happens is these people walk around like they run the play, and you're like, I don't know who you are. Do some acting. Oh, you're acting. Why do I care about you? No, that's really cruel and mean. They were wonderful, and I had a great time watching the show. Oh, what was great, though, I went with my friend Eric, who's a director.
Yeah.
He directs plays, and it was kind of funny to see the play sitting next to him because I'd glance over and he'd be looking at me like, oh my God, like I would never do this in my play program. The program is flying around the room and hitting people.
Michael Master, would you smack me in the face? Oh, I'm an excellent actress. I have been on several stages, mostly doing it with the director.
Interesting. And by it, you mean performing, right?
Sure, but
Valentino, have you done any acting?
One time, I was standing on a street corner, drunk, yelling at people.
That's theater. How about you, Bison Bentley?
I don't know. I'm shy. I'm coy, like a fish. Do you know that?
That was very good. That was a bit of theater, I guess. Did you recognize anyone as the program flew around?
I was even looking through the directors and I didn't recognize anyone.
Those were days of past, I suppose.
I wish I could. I hope you do theater again. I would definitely go to a show that you do.
Too much time. It takes so much time out of your day.
And you got to memorize it.
And you gotta memorize stuff.
After the show, I went to a bar in Sunol with my friend Eric and his girlfriend.
And you got drunk and stood on a street corner and yelled at people?
No, I had to stay sober. I wish I should have done that.
Next time.
I met a very lovely lady that ran this bar named Rosie.
Shout out.
Rose.
Shout out.
Shout. Shout!
Shout.
Let it all out.
You know you make me wanna.
Shout. Shout. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. Well, and they have a beer. To all of you who listened to the last podcast, I know I'm covering the same ground as the last podcast, but there was a dog beer dispenser, and it dispensed the beer from its pee unit.
Does it dispense dog beer? Because that's what it sounds like. It's a dog beer dispenser.
No, but I went to a place on Friday called Hot Dogma in Half Moon Bay, and they let you bring your dog inside. I talked to a lovely couple who were also dog owners. Tatted up. Big time. I think people that go to beer places, microbreweries, you have to be tattooed. I am not. Dude, Brohame, my poison oak is so disgusting. You're so not going to look at it because you would vomit on the podcast.
Today's podcast picture.
Did I show you the podcast picture earlier?
No.
Here it is. See it right there?
And here's today's podcast picture.
That is.
Oh my God! What the hell is that? it's a cool mask though. Next to whatever that is.
That's me on the right. Thank you.
Oh, it's you. Oh, okay.
I have a low self-esteem now, or always had. And next to me is this cool mask of some kind of a monkey. Doesn't that look very gorillas-ish?
Yes, it does.
Windmill, dun, 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 forever hand in hand.
Taking on it on your style. It is sinking, falling.
The love forever, love is free.
Let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill for the land is everybody in.
Ass grass, better slash. Help me soon, a Volta. Hey!
That is De La Soul.
I know, that blew me away when I found that out.
They're very different in that song than most.
There are a lot of cool guest artists on that album, including the late great Dennis Hopper.
Really?
He's that one that tells the story about and then the smoke people that lived in the mountains. They were mad. Did you blow your nose on Mike? That's so uncool, etiquette-ly wise.
Sorry. Fire coming out of the Monkey Mountain.
Yeah, Monkey Mountain. It goes back to the podcast picture with the monkey. It's all about the monkeys. This podcast is going to be called Monkeys. Shock the monkey!
Brass monkey.
That funky monkey. Brass monkey. Why can't you do it? Why can't you set your monkey free? Always getting into it. Do you love the monkey or do you love me?
Everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey.
I'm coming down like a monkey.